and then Weaver goes in as a second pick for even more minus armor, but the fact seems like they found a cure for that minus armor, minus cancer.
Yeah, it's it's kind of funny. We normally see this guy running around and trying to make moves, you know, getting a ton of farm, going for max cleave, and they're like, screw it, you know what, we're gonna take a Sven support and, you know, screw everybody else out there that wants to run this guy as a core. We're doing it our own way. And I like that response from Effect. And something also where I feel like minus armor strategies have become just the prevalent meta. You think about Slardar and Lifestealer, and then Weaver becoming as popular as he is, and a bunch of Dazzles in play. It feels like Effect don't even care.
Radiant team pick.
Yes, they found their cure, and they're just went straight in with it again, which I actually like. If you're good at something, just do it again. It's repeat. If the enemy team is stubborn, they're not gonna ban it or pick it. You just go with it.
5 seconds.
Nyx Assassin picked up against Weaver.
Reserve time.
Easy to control Weaver in team fights. Once you get the bugs on or the swarm, you just use the spiked carapace and you stun her, so stun him. I don't know why I always think that Weaver is she.
Was it something like that in Dota 1? I never played Dota 1, so I don't know. Was it like...
I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. It looked like she. By the way, there's only 2 genders, so it's gonna be him or she.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Lacoste, what a guy. Yeah, it's interesting though as well. We've got the Dazzlers heading out there. You just love trolling people. I swear. That's all it comes down to.
Well, might be true.
Yeah. Do you like the response that they're like, well, you want to go plus armor with Warcry, we're just going to weave you up? Is this the right play, or?
We're just going to go in with more minus armor. Well,
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if it works. I mean, Dazzle is still a strong hero. Well, they can do it right now. You see Vega, they saw Silencer being a problem, and then they just insta-ban it in the first phase. They don't want to play against it. So they can still go with Dazzle. I think with this lineup and without Silencer, Vega's going to have a totally different game.
Okay. Well, I think I mean, obviously banning it in the first phase, it goes to show that Vega Squadron were really scared of it. Maybe it wasn't just all the Sven either. Maybe it was a lot that Silencer ended up having a great game. Given that that's the case now, is there anything that you particularly like for Effect out of the mid lane? They do have last pick, so they could save it for last as well if they wanted to.
Well, maybe an Invoker. They just need something to combine the stuns with. They have a lot of stuns, actually. And with Nyx Assassin, it's easy to get some kills during the mid-game, or when Nyx Assassin gets level 6, he can just roam around in Vendetta, put a Sunstrike on top of that. Pretty much any low HP hero will die from that.
That's quite good. And you know what I would love to see that we haven't seen in a little while is a Bloodseeker. I feel like this hero's been good.
Oh,
do you like that?
Yeah, I love Bloodseeker, but not jungle. Never play jungle anymore. This is a tip for everyone watching the stream. Don't play jungle heroes, please. Everyone hates it, and plus you're gonna get reported. Bloodseeker is actually nice. He got some buffs in talents as well. Let me check what he got. I can't seem to remember everything.
One of them that I remember was like minus 7 second cooldown on Bloodright, which to me, I feel like that spell is really, really good. An AoE silence that's a huge AoE. It has a long time to set it up, but pure damage being dealt out. I don't know. I really like that spell a lot.
Templar Assassin.
Yeah, there's something. I can't find it right now.
That's all good.
Well, whatever, I'll find it.
They're not going
to
pick Bloodseeker anyways. I'm living in a pipe dream right now. They're taking the Bane, then Vega take the TA. Effect are just running the exact same draft pretty much.
Yeah, and the Vega Squadron just saying, yeah, we'll just go still with minus armor, more minus armor. What hero can they pick to have
5 seconds
more minus armor?
I think just buy Solar Crest on everybody probably is one of the plays.
Maybe a Tide Hunter for off lane.
Ooh.
Just use a Gush.
Yeah, I would say like Shadow Fiend or something, but that would
Shadow Fiend off lane, maxing aura just for maximum effect.
That's great. I love it. This is
Now-
sure to work for Vega Squadron. It probably
10
wouldn't get a
seconds
lot
remaining.
worse than the last game they had. So,
It's not great. Don't try this at home. Don't try this ever.
Team ban.
yeah, fair enough. Lifestealer banned out. It looks like they think it might be an off-lane Weaver. Is there a way that Vega Squadron could try and get aggro again in that lane? We did see that Ditya ran up in the top lane with the Dazzle and the Ogre the last time around.
10
Well, with
seconds remaining.
these heroes, Vega can do pretty much anything. It can be position
5
4
seconds
Weaver, it can
remaining.
be safe lane Weaver, it can be off lane Weaver as well. Like, it can be position 4 Slardar, it can be
Reserve time.
Slardar off lane. So they can, it's probably not gonna be Weaver position 4 because Slardar and Weaver don't work that
Radiant
well
team
together
pick.
as roaming duo.
Ooh, Jakiro.
I expect off-lane hero from Vega.
Okay. Maybe it ends up being that mech carrier that you wanted in the last game as well. That's definitely a possibility.
10 seconds remaining.
But
I wanted it for Silencer just to cancel the fight and
5
remove
seconds remaining.
Global Silence with Guardian Greaves, but it never came to that, and the game was pretty much over,
Reserve
even
time.
if anyone got the Greaves at that point. So, but it's one of the counters to Global Silence.
new hero.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, his talents got buffed as well.
Yeah, level 10, 35% experience gain now. He is going to get leveled up incredibly quick. Do you think this hero is viable now? Do you like Tusk in general
10
in this
seconds
draft?
remaining.
Well, I love Tusk in general as a hero, and I'm surprised it's not used more often, actually. We'll see how he scales in the mid game and how he scales his talent trees. They can do some kind of fancy stuff. Tusk Slardar off lane probably. Dazzle Weaver is gonna be enough to take care of Nyx Assassin.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. Last pick is the Ember Spirit for Effect, and well, we're gonna hop into the game now. It is Effect facing off against Vega Squadron. Vega Squadron, if they lose this game, they're not out, but it certainly hurts them a whole hell of a lot. But I don't know if you caught this last time. I have this cool little video that I play in between draft and in between going in game, and it puts the production value out the wazoo. So we're gonna have to be
10
quiet
seconds
for a
remaining.
second, and then everybody's gonna go PogChamp in chat. It's gonna be wonderful. You ready?
I'm ready to be silent.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. I was a little bit late with it, but it worked. You got to
I
check
don't
it
know
out
what
some
you're
point.
talking about. Yeah, you'll send me later.
Well, Snako gonna play as Tusk. I feel like this is one of the heroes that he kind of got like when they first started when he came on to Na'Vi. That was around the era when Tusk was super popular. Like Jerix was running a lot around the Frankfurt Major time, and then he just like dropped off the face of the earth. But I'm really excited to see some Snako Tusk.
Yeah, same. You're actually correct. He was the one playing Tusk all the time back in those days.
God. Well, early movements out. Some wards are placed. I love this ward placement. I always feel like it's super underrated. You get to see, obviously the whole lane over here, so you can harass a little bit more effectively. And also, if there are any rotations in towards your lane, you're going to be able to see those. Maybe a little bit too late if they came in, but I don't know. It's a nice one. I like the placement.
Yeah, it's pretty common place for a ward, so it usually gets dewarded.
Yeah. Oh, did you see this? Look at on the map. If you click on a ward now,
Yeah.
I didn't see. I thought
read-
it was just on the map or the other thing.
No. I read change logs. I don't remember everything, but I read them. But this is the one stuff I remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see where the ward is actually over the cliffs, and it's good. It kind of looks like cheating, but it's okay.
Over the hills and far away, you can see it, definitely. What a great song, too. They're going to drop down a sentry. Not going to be able to find a D-ward there. They might be expecting it over this direction. Maybe Roger is holding on to an observer ward of his own. Kind of interesting. I guess that they're going to try and get a wraparound here?
Yeah, we'll see what they'll do. Yeah.
Oh, Sioma got a pot shot off on the courier, but not going to be able to find it. And
He has a poor man's shield. It's not gonna be probably enough to kill him. We'll see. Bane.
Lots of damage being dealt out to Mag. There was some in the mid lane as well, but they weren't able to find it. There is going to be able to get the Nightmare down as well. Crush, oh my god, out of it. 3-person Crush, and Roger's going to take some shots on his backside as he leaves.
Well, that's the power of poor man's shield right there.
Well, and then Shrine's back up, heads out.
Ember was really like popular pick. I mean, he still is. Got a bit nerfed with root mechanics because he can't get out of the fire remnant anymore from the root, which is kind of logical. If Storm Spirit can't get out, then the other one also can't get out. Well, and it was kind of weird because water beats fire and Ember Spirit is stronger. So.
That's true. Fair enough. But there isn't a water spirit. I guess Morphling would be the closest to that, probably.
Oh, I'm saying water, lol. I meant thunder.
Thunder? I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Also in the top lane...
This joke doesn't make any sense anymore. I apologize for this.
I was trying to save you there for a second, but it's all fine. Top lane, again, they were going on to Mag. Weren't able to quite find the kill, and like you were talking about, the value of that poor man shield. It's not something that we always see on a Slardar, but I guess if you're going to be in this lane with so many right clicks, you got to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, he knew he was going to face tri-lane, so he just went straight for it. A lot of players go for, let's say, just a normal stout shield, and then tangos and healing salve. With that, he would be dead there. He knew he was facing a tri-lane, so smart choice by him.
Definitely. Another snowball happened over in the river. They weren't able to run down the Nyx Assassin, who is going to now use his Shrine and be able to turn it back around. So the early rotations of Vega not really amounting to much, but still Nyx Assassin has been kept out a little bit. And you can see relatively with levels, maybe just a bit further ahead of where that Slardar is. Now they're about on parity, but should be a relatively even laning stage as far as what the offlaners get out of it.
The only thing I'm thinking about is some kind of joke to redeem myself for that stupid water one. I can't even think straight.
We'll get there. We're all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
We also do see another Nightmare up top. But they're not going to... Well, maybe.
Oh, bottom lane. Bottom lane.
They're going on him. Sashlo is taking a lot of damage. They are going to draw first blood up top. So battle's going on all over the map. They roll forward. Sashlo is going to get punched, and Seneko finds that kill. And I was going to mention that was all set up a little bit by Seneko blocking the camp pull with his ice shards on this high ground here, and that put the lane in an unfavorable situation. So Nyx ended up getting picked off.
Yeah. Shaklo.
I'm sorry. That's how you're going to redeem yourself. You can just tell me about how I'm butchering the pronunciation.
We need more Russian names so I can redeem myself. Maybe next game. Next series. Yeah.
Oh. G having a great time again. I feel like he's consistently been able to beat out Afro Ninja a little bit, at least in the laning stage. Do you think that this is mainly because Vega have been committing 2 heroes there, or is it G just outplaying him a little bit?
Well, overall, I think G is more experienced player and knows how to handle, let's say, more situations. But he had an upper hand last game. He had the help from his position 4 heroes and 5.
Well, they keep on pushing back that Ember Spirit a little bit and causing him some trouble. So last game, we saw a pretty even laning stage, maybe a little bit favored into Effect's way, and then it sort of turned into this around 10 to 15 minute group up and pressure and team fights by Effect, where they ended up taking the game pretty much off the back of that. Is that same type of thing going to happen here, or do you think it's a different way that the next couple of minutes look for Effect and Vega?
I don't think this game is going to be the same as last one because they have the heroes to snowball, but there's no silencer this time. That was the key for their win in the last game. So, and Vega has snowball as well. If not snowball heroes, at least they have a spell.
Heyo. There you go. That's what we need
there
more
you
of.
Go. Now it's 0-0 again.
Exactly. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's 0 for the audience as well for both of us. But that's fine. We're all good to go. Footage in the mid lane, able to cause some damage. He is still going to take that harassment. God, so frustrating to play against. But up in the top, they've been able to get the Nightmare onto Mag. The stun comes out, and if they want to use it, well, they are just going to be able to find the right-click kills. Luna didn't have 6 yet.
Yeah, if you see what happened top, G knew something was up because he sees that Sven and Bane are missing, so he was not feeling comfortable and used the scan on his left side. So he knows something was up. At least he could have told Slardar to back off. That's how it usually is when you're playing, because you don't see the heroes. They would be either been top or at mid. So one had to die, for example.
Definitely.
Radiant's top tower
And you
is
can
under
see this
attack.
invis room for Tusk. They're trying to set something up here on Saslo. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to do it. But meanwhile, in the top lane, also Sadoy, he still hasn't quite gotten into that clips. He does have it now, so if anybody decides to rotate up here, it could be a pretty quick death for them. And it just feels like right now the only place that they have a chance to find a kill is onto this Nyx Assassin, who is getting slowed now by the Sigil. The right click's coming in, the bug's on top of it as well, and they do find a kill. Ditya getting that one.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Tusk is going for maxing Frozen Sigil build, which I think it's correct because it gives so much in team fights. Later on, he will just probably get plus 35 XP gain and just level up the other spells.
Ooh, this could be a big kill. They might realize where G is. G moving up close now, and well, there is not a shrine. It doesn't look like. Turns now onto Roger, the stun onto 2. The double remnant forward. He is going to be able to get it. No, not quite able to get out. Somehow G able to get to the other side of that shards. Great placement by Sneko, and it looks like Effect will escape.
Yeah, the shrine is ready now. It was 10-second cooldown. And G didn't have meld, but still managed to survive. Really, really great play by Shaklo there. Soneko there, sorry. And by the way, you can call Shaklo Nyx Assassin. It's easier.
Thank you, man. That's what I need. See, this is why you're here for the knowledge, dropping it down on the people. That's what's up. So Nyx Assassin is going to get the pull off here and be able to get himself maybe a bit more farm. Yeah, but a very interesting early laning stage to this one, and it has felt like Vega off to maybe a bit of a hotter start than they had last time.
Yeah, Vega is doing good this game. Phantom Assassin on top of Net Worth. Working towards Blink Dagger into Desolator, pretty classic build. And meanwhile, you mentioned Luna being on top. Luna is hard to gank. Once she reaches level 6, it's pretty much impossible to gank her. Because it can go so bad. You can get maybe 1, even 2 kills in return and not even killing her.
Yeah. And also being able to rotate in for if somebody dives another lane too.
Yeah. That's how you play Luna. Always have a TP when Eclipse is ready so you can help. It's gonna be either probably your off lane they want to pressure. There she is trying to TP right now.
In the meantime, Roger's going to take some damage here, caught in by the ice shards. They have the Sigil as well, the slow, and, well, in a lot of trouble. Ditya has shown up as well. They managed to find a stun onto 2. Still going to take a lot of damage, and Roger trying to escape, but is not going to be able to happen. And that also means this gank needs to change their targets. But G?
Yeah, because everyone went top.
Oh, the Nightmare breaking through refraction charges is going to be able to go for the Lucent Beam initiation. They drop a Sentry Ward, and, well, G is going to die. Don't even need to use the clips there.
Yeah, smart play. They had Sentry Ward, which they needed to actually kill him. Last time, I don't think they had, but never mind. Templar Assassin didn't even have meld there, so all good.
Well, Ditya Ra, last game, of course, went for the Dragonlance into Diffusal build. Do you like that build this game? Is that what you expect him to be going for?
No. He's probably gonna get a Lincoln Sphere this game. He's against Bane again, so he needs it. Swen, Impale, there's a lot of stuns to remove with Lincoln Sphere.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I didn't like the Diffusal Blade. I said I will check it, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't work anymore on yourself. You can't purge anything on yourself. He was trying to go. Oh.
Trying to chase there, and unfortunately wasn't able to get the complete and total follow-up with Roger. So it is going to be Ditya escaping. Bottom lane, they're setting up on Sidoi possibly. Arzik is here as well. They have a Dark Troll Summoner to control if anybody heads in, but again, Vega just kind of responding, TPing in mass around the map.
Yeah, still they didn't use Eclipse once this game, 11 minutes. They're just playing around it, playing safe. This is the kind of spells that give you that fear effect, early Black Hole, Eclipse. So people actually fear to go in a fight against that.
Sasha, excuse me, Nyx Assassin is going to spot out G here.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. I appreciate that one. Might get the courier snipe. It's not quite. Oh, maybe it came back in. Oh, they take it down. Oh, somebody's pissed. They find it.
Well, he got his Blink Dagger. It would have been huge if he killed it before.
Well, and an interesting other item that we see now is the Sven going back for the medallion. So just more plus armor for his team. Do you like this build here?
Yeah, he went to the same build last game, but he had more gold, so he went for Helm of the Dominator build first, then switched into medallion. So it's good, just buff the armor. That's what he's gonna do. The smoke is coming out from Team Effect. They want to find the kills on bottom. Dirty Run knows something is up. He's just gonna TP out. Good reading.
They're pinging that middle lane, seeing the creeps in the tower. They know that somebody should be there to keep them alive, and so everybody heads out. And they're actually going to go to Roshan. And with Effect hanging out in the jungle, this is a really good call by Vega.
Yeah, Roche has minus 20 armor, and it's dropping, so it's going to die in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and this time I got it correctly. Nice.
Always the prediction god, but Arzik now getting gone upon. Oh, nice sniper
nice
there.
stun.
We're going to be able to keep him alive. The jump in with 2 remnants. Sioma also going to be able to get the Grave off, trying to run away. And it does look like they are going to run him down, but they take down 3 and only lose the Bane.
Well, good positioning. It's hard to fight near the Roche, especially on the enemy side of the map, because you're always close to a shrine and the enemy team can TP, plus all tier 1 towers are still up on both sides. The first one is gonna go down right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Really strong, and this is a lineup that can start to gain a lot of steam, particularly with that Veil online for Afro Ninja. The Ember is going to really be able to dominate this map. So we'll have to see how Vega Squadron respond to this. Ditya is going to be going back for the Diffusal Blade, so I guess it's just a good damage item for agility heroes in general.
It is. It gives you so much damage just by Blade of Alacrity, plus it burns mana, and you can purge people in fight so they can't move, and the one you purge probably dies.
God.
But well, he's going for yeah, I got it now. He's going for Diffusal because Templar Assassin's gonna go for Desolator, and it's a waste to have 2 Desolators in the same team.
Got it. Makes sense. By the way, Ember Spirit not with the rest of his team. Arzik is going to be the one that gets scouted out there. They don't hit the dust onto the Nyx Assassin, but they will still find that kill, and it looks like the rest of Effect is just going to back off and away. Not wanting to get caught. Shards up in 5, but they can't catch up to him. Well,
yeah, it's gonna be easy to fight for Vega right now because Larder has picked up a dagger. So good timing, 13 minutes dagger it was. So meanwhile, Nyx Assassin 500 away from his.
You know, we saw that there was a recent change as well to Solar Crest, now giving you 2 extra armor on top of all the other bonuses that item gives you. Kind of cool to see it picked up this early on into the patch. I'm wondering if we're going to get more and more supports rushing it in the first couple of items, particularly given the prevalence of minus armor drafts.
Yeah, I hope so. That item seems to be forgotten, same as Heaven's Hellbird, if someone even knows what that item is. I mean, you didn't see that item ever, maybe on Legion Commander, sometimes when he tries to remove Lincolns on someone, and that's pretty much it. He got buffed, I mean, it got buffed the last patch, so I hope we see some in the future.
We also are looking at a situation over here where they're going to TP in behind the trees. There's the Nightmare onto 1, Fiend Script onto G. Mag interrupts it, though. The double Remnant 4 trying to chase now. Sioma is going to get the Grave onto himself, but probably not long for this world. And G trying to walk away. Does have Refraction up in 3 seconds, but Effect is right on top of Mag, looking for the counter crush. Is it going to be enough? They get the Refraction off. Able to back out away. No, the Aegis is down, though. And there's the crush onto 2. Roger trying to turn on to Ditchia Rob, bringing him low. Is he going to die? They do find that kill. Meanwhile, the snowball forward trying to take more from this. G on top of Slasho. They get off the Eclipse, though, and G is going to die. A triple killing spree, down and gone, as Seneko is also going to get ran at. Roger with another stun is going to find him. Slowed as well by the Purge creep. Why not? Double kill for Roger.
Team Effect looking so strong. Well, look at their heroes. Plus Veil, 25 extra. Increased magic damage, and everything they have pretty much is magic right now. So it's they have an upper hand in fights. They seem so much stronger than the Vega right now.
This is the great part about having a Sven as well in the support lane, is that you actually get 3 points up in Great Cleave, and you can farm somewhat effectively. He's going to get this Solar Crest now at 16 minutes, and I mean, we're not going to likely see a TA pick up a MKB anytime soon, so the 25 allied evasion is so much value.
Yeah, plus 12 armor. That's huge. When someone gets focused, you just throw it on him. Plus they have a Bane Nightmare to just cancel the fight if someone is getting focused. A lot of stuff for Vega to actually do. Well, Templar Assassin needs a BKB. Yeah, she's has one in the quick buy as well.
Well, and the other thing now is you're getting the Sven into maybe the next tier of items. We'll see what that ends up being. I don't know if we've actually seen it in a pro game before, but Aghanim's not completely terrible, particularly when you have an Agi carry that's your other main source of damage. Thinking about that on a Sven, I don't know if you would end up going into that, but you know, in a support Sven world, why not?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. What I would go for is probably a Blink Dagger, even though there's one Blink Dagger on Nyx Assassin and one on Ember Spirit, so they don't lack initiation. Oh, Ember.
Oh, couldn't quite get off that Solar Crest in time, and does end up going down. There's so much damage out from the TA and Weaver.
Why do I see Evil Genius's mark on the ground?
I don't know, I didn't see that. That was weird.
I did. Maybe once EG, always EG.
Okay. There you go. That's what it comes down to, I guess. But our Zeke, Roger, they're just going to hold the high ground for now. And though Effect have been winning a couple of fights, it seems like Vega are the one that putting the fear in them.
There's the Solar Crest on Templar Assassin. She has only 2 armor when used offensively.
Yeah, quite good. And you look at something like Luna too, and she's going to be up at, what is that, like 28 armor? That's absurd.
Yeah, plus evasion. Plus if it comes to that, when she gets a butterfly, Templar Assassin needs to work towards MKB or just Bloodthorn, which removes evasion as well when active.
Oh yeah. I guess that would be the build. Right now, Effect is set up over here to the side, but it doesn't look like they want to try and go in on it yet. What do you feel like Vega Squadron's goal is right now in the game? What are they trying to accomplish?
Well, they just want to farm until Templar Assassin has a BKB up so they can fight, maybe even get the BKB on Weaver, and Slardar went for Hand of Midas so he can secure the late game as well, and maybe try to get a pick off with a Slardar and smoke on Dazzle, and that's it.
Yeah, not often that you see Slardars pick up the Midas before the Tranquils, but I guess Mag's still wanting it. It's some nice extra armor and, you know, movement speed, all those good things.
Yeah, because he had enough money to buy it, so he's not gonna switch to Tranquil first. He went for Poorman's Shield first, which was a good choice, as we saw. Then Brown Boots, and then went for Iron Talon, because he had to go for jungle, couldn't stand on the lane. Going Tranquil Boots after that is a bit of waste, because it will delay a Blink Dagger, so Blink Dagger first, then had money for Hand of Midas. Nothing wrong with that.
Alright. Toss, no one what's up. And now we have ourselves
Dire's
all
top
the
tower
side of
is under
Vega
attack.
Squadron grouped up and ready to potentially take this fight. They do have a pretty significant vision advantage here. You can see that right now Effect walking into complete and total lack of vision. They will get a D ward, and that is pretty nice for them. So it looks like, at least for now, Effect
Double damage.
gonna defend their tier 2 tower.
Yeah, we were talking about Tusk getting level 10. He's still level 8, struggling a bit. There were not much fighting. 18 kills for 21 minutes, still decent, but he was only in 7 kills, so he's a bit underleveled.
Yeah. He also is going to be going back for Solar Crest, it looks like, and well, what do you know? Luna has some evasion in her inventory as well, so already sitting with that 20 evasion. Sadoi is going to be really hard to kill as the game goes on. We didn't even factor into it the extra armor that you're going to be getting from Warcry as well. 20, like.
Oh, nice reaction by Ember, just blinked out faster than Slardar could blink in.
Oh, and Snake, they don't realize that they're all up here on this hill. Vega might actually, but they now have their armor on them. Nyx Assassin scouting, and still nobody really wants to take the advantage. It feels like they're waiting to fight around this Roche pit, though.
Yeah, Roche is up. The Purge Creep just scouted it.
Lots of pings. Nobody wanting to take that step, though. Do you feel like one side has a better Roche-taking lineup or ability to fight around the Roche, at least?
Yeah, Vega, definitely, with all that minus armor, Meld, Slardar ult, Swarm, Dazzle ult. It goes down really fast. 10 seconds max. The smoke coming out from Effect, they want to fight.
Yeah. And I like that play, too. They go all the way back to where they know for sure there is no vision. They took out that ward, and now they're going to try and make the move. But it looks like Vega also going to do foot. This could be sketchy.
BKB is up on TA, it's gonna be easy to fight. Bane will try to grip TA in fight, probably. That's his job, sleep one.
They're leading the way with Sioma, too. Snako. Do they realize what's happening? There's our Zeke right on top of them. They're able to get it off immediately. Can the Nightmare come out in time? No, it's not going to, but there is the
Nice
Eclipse
snowball.
on the two of them. It's not going to quite be there. They are able to bring down the Dazzle, though. Now G turned on to several of them. Snako backing out. They catch him in the Ice Shards. So a 2-for-2 exchange so far. BKB down for G. And though the Nyx Assassin finds the stun, but they decide to back out afterwards. There's the Lucid Beam. G in trouble. They get the stun. They get the kill. 3 now down.
There's so much armor coming out from Sven with Warcry and Solar Crest. Templar Assassin just seems to be struggling to deal the damage she needs in the fights.
Well, just like that, Effect, they end up taking it back into their favor. And it seems like if everything is all set up and the team fight is ready to go, Effect are just too hard to kill off. What's the answer then for Vega? Is it you have to wait until like Bloodthorn comes up, or is it BKBs you're waiting for at this point, pretty much?
He has an MKB in quick buy, which is gonna come faster than Bloodthorn, and it's better than just using you. I mean, there's gonna be a Butterfly on Luna soon, and plus Solar Crest. MKB is a better choice, but it's gonna be hard for Vega to fight, especially now since they have an Aegis, and Butterfly is gonna come up in the next 2 minutes. Plus, look at the items on Sven. He's building even more armor. Bought Buckler, is building towards that Crimson Guard to deny all the physical damage.
So this support Sven that we've now seen 2 games in a row, how much do you rate it? How good do you feel like this is?
It's viable, it really is. It works great. Because we've seen in this meta, minus armor is really good, and the heroes that are being picked, pretty much every hero has some kind of minus armor ability, especially the Slardar. He's the first pick hero. Oh,
He misses the initial crush, but there's the Nightmare to keep Sadoy alive for the moment. G getting Fiend's Grip. They have the follow-up stun. Roger on top of him, and Sadoy still does not have Eclipse for 10 seconds. Can they make something of it? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. G taking a lot of damage, but also dealing it out. They're able to bring down the Bane, but they've also lost the Slardar on top of G. So Vega, again, in a bad spot. They do manage to get off the Sakuchi, but Ditya still controlled, and it is going to end up being brought down. The Spike Carapace to boot. They find that kill.
they have so much to control the fights with Bane's Grip, Sleep, Sven Stun, Searing Chains, and Nyx Assassin, Carapace, and Impale. Just so much stun. It feels like 6.48 beat Dota. So much stuns.
God, that's really frustrating.
Yeah, and the Aegis is still up.
Well, they get a weave off. So that's something, right? Maybe?
Yeah, it's something. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's really not. You're sort of humoring me here a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Warcry is not used. Everyone has pretty much armor in plus, especially when Sven uses a Warcry. And now it's gonna be bouncy coming out from Luna. Butterfly. Yeah, that extra shrine is so good when you're playing Luna. It just has more targets to bounce on.
Oh god, Mag, he wanted the initiation. He ends up being brought down for it. Ditya pops the BKB, just tickling this Ember Spirit, doing absolutely nothing. When Buckler is popped, when Warcry is popped, look at these numbers go up. You don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. And Crimson Guard is coming to Sven. So I don't have a clue how they want to deal the damage. There's just no way to deal damage if you're being Vega right now.
Finally.
Plus 4 staff on Nyx Assassin to control the fight even more. And Alpha Wolf with Luna.
Just a massacre. Effects have came to play, and Vega Squadron are just not prepared for what they're throwing at them. It just feels like they have had the perfect answer in each of these drafts so far, and they didn't even really change that much.
It's one of the strategies that
Oh my god,
make. You need.
Alright, double shrine popped, and there is going to be the barracks going down.
No, it's still Luna with Aegis. They really can't go on her. Nice reaction again coming out from Ninja.
Yeah, and now Mag also going to take the damage. Right clicks abound. They pull him into the snowball to keep him alive, but guess what? That pulls him in a little bit deeper as they do throw out the Nightmare. Going to be able to get away from that one. Feeds Crypt G. Oh, you don't have an answer to that. The right clicks from Luna. The jump in now from Ninja, and Sioma also in a hell of a lot of trouble. Ditya pops the BKB, just trying to get out and away, but they get a double for him. Now looking for a bit more. They end up finding another. GG gets called.
It is time. It is time to call it.
Vega Squadron just dominated.
Well, as I mentioned, Vega seems a bit sloppy. I feel they can win pretty much any team, but they can also lose to any team. There's a lot of teams who are in this condition right now. One team that comes to my mind is Navi, for example. I feel like they can beat anyone, but they still seem fresh and have a hard path in front of them. But I have a feeling if their supports play well, they can pretty much beat any team.
Yeah, and maybe it's just getting everybody on the same page as well, because there's obviously a ton of talent on this lineup. You got Ditya, you got Snako, you got G. Sioma's been known far and wide for his disruptor play. Mag as well, just that steadying force. But it's just getting all those pieces to work together. Koss, you played on a pro team. How much does the team synergy end up mattering in the end of the day?
Well, sometimes you get the synergy with, let's say you meet a good player in a pub, you want to try him out, you're missing one player, you have a good synergy with him, you don't talk much, you just play. That's the synergy you have. It's like a basic synergy. Sometimes you need to have all the people in team to think the same way, like have the same mindset, then you're a top team. If every player from the team